welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's me, Dallas, and today I'm going to be giving you guys a guide on how to survive middle school. I am a junior in high school, which means I finished middle school 3 years ago in 2023, because right now it's 2026. And it's been a minute, but I will never ever forget my personal middle school experience. So I'm going to be giving you guys some advice on those who are going into middle school, on those who are in middle school for 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, just because like it's important to know what to expect when you go into middle school. Middle school is completely different from elementary school, and it's important to kind of have an idea of what you're going into before you get there. So make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn on those post notifications. Let me know what you want to see more of. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Okay, so to start this video off, we're going to talk about my personal experience in middle school, and then I'm going to tell you guys the advice that I have for you. So going into middle school, especially in COVID, was really new to me because it was new kids. I was able to wear what I wanted. I was able to express myself more. I was meeting everybody new. But because it was in COVID, I had classes where 3 days out of the week you would be online. In the 6th grade, 3 days out of the week you'd be online, and the other 2 you would go in person to learn, to mingle, to meet with kids, and etc, etc. I did make a lot of good friendships from middle school. I will say I am still friends with the people that I met in the 6th grade. I'm still friends with people that I met in the 7th grade. And it has been, I think, 6 years or 7 years since I've known them. And I will say that middle school is where I met a lot of the people who I am close with now. However, in middle school, I wasn't as close with all of them because of stupid cases of drama that made everybody go into 2 groups. We'll talk more about that later in the video, but that's just kind of like my experience. I would say middle school was a fun time for me because I was able to express myself. My least favorite year in middle school had to be 7th grade. Oh my goodness, I feel like that's true for a lot of people, but I can say it is true for me. But it's also good because the 7th grade is where I met a lot of my other friends that I am still friends with today. The 8th grade wasn't bad for me. The 8th grade was actually pretty nice. It was pretty chill until the end, I would say. But middle school wasn't that bad. But I do things differently. Yes, I most definitely would. And yeah, so let's get on right into the video with our first topic of supplies. So I'm pretty sure nowadays, when I was in middle school, I got a Chromebook. I think they're still giving Chromebooks out to most kids. So something about that Chromebook, charge it. If you go to school and it's not charged, you don't got a portable charger, oh well. Those teachers will not let you charge it. So I beg you, charge your Chromebook. Charge your Chromebook. Please charge your Chromebook. Another thing, in middle school, a lot of the times, classes, at least for me, when I was in the 6th and the 7th grade, not so much in the 8th grade, but in the 6th and the 7th grade, I didn't get that before you go to school, everything that you're going to need list for the class. I got maybe a list on the first day of school, and a lot of the stuff on it was basic stuff like notebooks, pencils, folders, etc. So in the event that you don't get a list, just get the basic necessities that you might need for school. Notebooks, pencil cases, etc. It is not embarrassing to be prepared, okay? I used to feel like it was embarrassing to come to school with all these books and all this stuff in my bag. But I realize now it wasn't embarrassing at all. At least for me, it wasn't embarrassing. Because I used to have this really cute pencil case, and it was like a backpack, and it was like teal, and it was so cute. But I would be embarrassed to have all my notebooks, all my folders, all my supplies, and everything, because I felt like it made me look like a nerd. Especially because I had big glasses just like these back in middle school, and my hair was really big, just like how it is now. Except I had bangs. Oh my gosh, I had bangs in 7th grade, but we're just not gonna talk about that era because oh my goodness. Anyway, so yeah, back to just supplies. Like, get the basic necessities. Don't be underprepared. Always be overprepared. And when people ask to borrow a pencil, you're not getting it back. You're just not gonna get it back. And that's okay. If you're okay with losing your pencils constantly, but you're just not gonna get it back. That with pens and pencils and basically anything. If someone asks to borrow one of your supplies, just say goodbye, because you're not gonna get it back. You're not gonna get it back, and that's okay. That's okay. That's super duper duper okay. Supplies. I mean, not next one. Next category is outfits and your whole middle school look. Now, I was in middle school 3 years ago, like I said, and I'm not gonna lie, I had a phase. Okay, in my sixth grade, I was wearing leggings, sweatshirts, Jordans, etc., etc. In my 7th grade and the beginning of 8th grade, I had a grunge skater girl kind of oversized outfit, bangs, big hair kind of phase. That was my phase. That was my style. I still do love that style today because it is really cute. However, I do not dress like that anymore, but I did back in middle school. And just find what makes you happy. Don't dress, I don't want to say too much, but don't dress too much, because it's school at the end of the day. You're going there to learn. You're going there to get an education. Wear what makes you and your guardian parent comfortable, I would say. Don't spend countless hours on finding an outfit, on doing this, doing that. It's serious, but it's not that serious. Like, what you wear to school is serious, but it's not that serious to the point where you should be spending 4 to 3 hours. The max you could spend on an outfit, I say, is the night before, and that's about 30 minutes, only because it's the night before. But definitely don't wake up in the morning trying to scramble an outfit together. No, this goes back to being prepared. Be prepared, find an outfit the day before. 30 minutes, max. If you're the kind of person that, you don't really care about how you look, okay, perfect. Wear some sweatpants, a sweatshirt, bam. Another thing, go on Pinterest, search up middle school. Well, don't search up middle school outfits, but definitely whatever style, whatever aesthetic you're gonna go for, search that up and do the most school appropriate version. I don't know if that makes sense. Do the best school appropriate version. Again, whatever you wear, make sure it agrees with your parents or your guardian. And yeah, that's that for outfit. Oh, I forgot about the hair part. Again, I had bangs, okay? I used to wear my hair. I used to take my hair like this, my curls, and brush them out until it was like this big. And the way my stylist would cut my hair since I was a little girl, she'd cut it in layers. So I take those layers and I bring them to the front so it looked like I had bangs. And especially in the 6th grade, when we had to wear masks, you would literally just see a mask, bangs, and big glasses. That's all you saw. And my aunt would always be like, oh, you're gonna regret that, you're gonna regret that. And I'd be like, no, but I regret it. 100% I regret it. But it's okay, because you live and you learn, okay? God got me. Okay. Back then, I would never wear my curls like this in middle school. Maybe in the 8th grade, but in the 6th grade, I was really young. I was like only 11. So I didn't know like really what style was, and I was just wearing leggings and sweatshirts when I went on my in-person days, or sweatpants, because no one really cared. Like, to me, it kind of felt like elementary school in a sense. Where like, oh, you can wear whatever you want, nobody cares. But 7th grade, that's when people start caring what you're wearing. That's when people will start to care. Oh, her style, her this, her that. But don't overthink it. At the end of the day, don't let other people determine what you want to wear. Don't let other people determine how you look. You know what I mean? The only person that should have influence on your style, on your outfit, are the people that are sending you to school each day, are the people that are taking care of you, are the people that are making sure that you're okay. Those are really the only voices that should even have something to say. The people that are purchasing your clothes. And even then, sometimes, they can be a little overbearing and you still want to wear what you want to wear. Like, at the end of the day, don't let anybody determine what you wear. Don't let anybody judge you for your clothes. Don't let anybody judge you because of the bag that you have. Don't let anybody judge you for anything. Because, like, what you wear does not affect anybody else but yourself. Unless, like, you're wearing a clothes with somebody's face on it or something like that. but what you wear shouldn't and does not affect anybody else. And if anybody else is bothered, if anybody random, if anybody in your school, if anybody is bothered by what you're wearing, especially as a middle schooler, just ignore it. Ignore it. Unless, of course, it is a parent or a guardian, you know. But if it's not, then just ignore it. Because how is my clothes affecting you? You're not the one wearing them. Oh, and of course, if it's God, you know. Anyway, next category. Okay, we're gonna get out of the whole middle school look idea and get into peer pressure. Maybe not so much in the 6th grade, but definitely in the 7th, and especially in the 8th grade. Your friends, people, anybody is gonna be doing stuff that they're not supposed to be doing. You know, I'm not gonna say exactly what, but I think you guys have an idea. People are going to be doing things that they just shouldn't be doing, especially at the age that they are at. Now, if these people are your friends or these people offer it to you, do not do anything that you do not want to do. Do not let people peer pressure you. I know it's going to be like, oh, but they're so cool. You know, they do this, they do that. Okay, let them do that. Do not be a follower, be a leader. Do not let people peer pressure you into doing things that you know that you do not want to do deep down. You know, like, pray on it. Ask God to give you the strength to say no. If, you know, ask God to give you the strength to say no. Don't do the things that you shouldn't be doing, period. And that goes for the people that peer pressure people. Don't do stuff that you shouldn't be doing and then you know that you shouldn't be doing, period. That's 1. 2, don't let people peer pressure you, and don't peer pressure other people. Do not. If you're doing something that you're not supposed to be doing and your friend doesn't want to do it, just leave them alone. They don't want to do it. Okay. Any friend that peer pressures you too much, or not even that, just peer pressures you enough to the point where you feel uncomfortable, is not your friend. They're not your friend. It should be, oh, I'm doing something wrong. Do you want to do it? No. Okay. You don't have to do it. That's it. I mean, you probably shouldn't even be doing the wrong thing anyway. But, you know, and even as a friend, I know it's hard to, like, be the one to speak up, and I know it's hard to be the one to say this, that, and the third, but if you feel like that what your friends are doing is not right, then you need to be the one to tell them that before they can get into real trouble. And that goes for anything that is not okay, anything that is not right, anything that they should not be doing. If that is a true friend, you need to be able to tell them, hey, what you're doing is wrong, and I don't want to be a part of it, and if you're going to keep doing that, I do not want to be friends with you. And hey, it could either end like with the friend saying, oh, okay, I understand, and I won't do it anymore in front of you, and I'll respect that. Or it could end in a whole big argument, and they'll call you not cool, and etc. But at the end of the day, the real friends are the ones that are going to just be like, okay, I won't do it. Okay, I won't do it in front of you. Okay, I'm not going to press you. Okay, you don't want to do it, you don't have to do it. And speaking of the true friends, that brings us into our next category of friendships in middle school. You will be faced with a lot of friends in middle school. You will see a lot of people who open themselves up to you to be friends. But baby, they're not all your friends. And just be careful who you're friends with. Be careful who you're friends with in middle school. Because middle school, a lot of people are weird. Middle school, a lot of people, everybody will make some kind of mistake that can damage a friendship. Or not even a mistake. Everybody will do something that can damage a friendship. Okay? And if you find that one good friend, all you need to succeed in a place is one good friend. Think about it like that. It's not, in middle school, I feel like a lot of people think about it as quantity and not quality. Like, everybody says, oh, I want to be a part of this big group. Yeah, that's great. But do you have at least one true friend in that big group? Think about it as quality over quantity, okay? You can have one really good friend or 1,000 fake friends. You know what I mean? So, yeah, be a part of a big group. But one of those people, at least one of those people, has to be a true friend. Which then brings us into relationships. Middle school relationships. Don't do it. My advice is what I would tell you if I could stop you myself. But I can't. So I will tell you how to properly go about it, I guess. Middle school relationships, they're just filled with so much drama. In every single middle school relationship, all of the friends are involved. That's the thing. Everybody is involved. It's not just you and one other person. It's not just two people. It's the two people and all of their friend groups going against each other. If those two people argue, the two friend groups argue with them. That's probably the worst part about a middle school relationship. Everybody's involved. Everybody knows your business. Everybody knows who kids to. Everybody knows this, that, and the other thing. Everybody knows. That's probably the worst part. If everybody didn't know everybody's business in middle school relationships probably really nice. But it's also, actually no, because it's also like, not everybody is as mature. Like, not everybody is in that right mindset. Everybody just wants, oh, I have a girlfriend. Oh, I have a boyfriend. Oh, I have this. Oh, I have that. Oh, we did this. Oh, we kissed. Da 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 da. But like, you know. So if you get, I cannot stop you from getting into middle school relationships. Do I suggest it? No, I do not suggest getting into a middle school relationship. I suggest you focusing on school. However, if you do, just please be careful. That's all I have to say. Don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything that you will regret in the future. And I know in the moment you're going to think, oh, I'm not going to regret this. I'm not going to regret this. I am 16. I was in middle school 3 years ago, and there's stuff that I regret doing. Not even in a relationship, just in general. Especially in a middle school relationship, don't do anything stupid. Don't do anything that you're not 100% about. Do not be peer pressured into doing things that you do not want to do. And if you get to a point where you feel uncomfortable in a relationship, like in general, don't be a snitch. But if there are situations where you feel uncomfortable and you need to go to an adult, please go to a guidance counselor. Go to an trusted adult. And that brings us into our next category, actually, having a trusted adult. My school had guidance counselors who were very nice, who let you miss classes if you really needed to talk to them. And in my after school program, there was one person who I would talk to all the time. And I'm not saying that, oh, you have to have somebody. It could be somebody out of school. It can be somebody in school. But regardless, you need to have an adult in your life, an adult that you trust, that you can talk to about things, that you can trust about things. Mama, all the stupid things, you need to have an adult. I understand you have all these friends and all these whatevers, but you need to have a trusted adult, a trusted somebody who is not weird, is not gonna tell your business to their friends or to the other faculty members, who is somebody that you genuinely trust. So if you don't have a person like that at home, I say go to a guidance counselor, because guidance counselors are actually like bound to keeping your information secret unless you tell them that you are harming yourself, someone is harming you, or you plan on harming somebody else. Unless you tell them one of those 3 things, whatever the conversation you have with them stays between you guys. It does not move. It does not go to anybody else, which is why I think it's so smart to have a relationship with a guidance counselor, just because of the advice, and they give pretty good advice, if I'm being honest. I had a guidance counselor in middle school. In middle school, there was a different one in my after school, and then in freshman year, I had a different one who was actually with my school, who I'd see during the day, and that was a big help for me, because you know there are always things that you don't want to talk about, with your parents, and things that your friends kind of just don't quite understand that you need to talk about. So find a trusted adult. It could be anybody, literally anybody in your family, anybody in the school, just somebody who is not weird, who's not weird. And he's always going to be there for you, you know what I mean? I suggest a guidance counselor, though. The next category off this whole topic is hygiene. Hygiene. You are in middle school. Puberty is beginning. You're going to stink. A little. Puberty. Puberty is beginning. Puberty can start in middle school. And it's gonna be an experience. It's gonna be a great experience. Just in general, like, just be hygienic. You know what I mean? Like, this is not elementary school where you could go play in the dirt, play in the grass, and all this stuff, and then just act like nothing happened. No, this is middle school. You can't walk around smelling. Take a shower. If you can, take a shower. You know? When I was in middle school, I lived at Bath and Body Works. You know, the scented lotions and everything. That was my home back then. And I realized now, because me and my cousin, we went to Bath and Body Works. We went to middle school together. And we went to school together. But we went to Bath and Body Works because they had this big sale. And we were smelling the stuff. And we were like, oh. And I probably only bought one thing, two things maybe. And we were thinking about it. And we were like, if we were in middle school and we came here, we would have bought the whole store, actually, because it was a good deal too. So I'm like, what about the Body Works? You know what I mean? Go out, get some things, smell good, be confident in your hygiene. Do not walk around stinking, because middle school is a place where kids will definitely make fun of you for not smelling the best. And I know it sucks when people make fun of you. So just try to prevent that the best as you can by taking a shower, wearing deodorant, doing things, talking to your parents about puberty, just knowing things about your body changing, and etc. Another thing for periods, just be prepared. That's a conversation that you need to have with an adult. That's a conversation that you need to have somebody you can trust. And I'm pretty sure that you learn about that stuff in middle school. I'm pretty sure my 7th grade class learned about periods in science. I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we did. We learned about periods in science. But my mom had taught me about them beforehand. She taught me about it when I think I was 10 or 9. I think she taught me about periods for the first time. So yeah, you know, learn. But yeah, know your body. Oh, okay. Another thing, pajama fights. There are gonna be a lot of fights in middle school. Oh my gosh. And a lot of them are so stupid, and that's the thing. A lot of the fights are gonna be over stupid stuff. Do not get in a fight. Do not get in a middle school fight. The moment you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, like that's so crazy, yada, yada, yada. But then you're gonna look back on it and be like, wait, that was actually really stupid. So just don't get in a fight. Do the best you can. If somebody wants to fight you, obviously it's different if you're defending yourself. But if a fight is not necessary, then a fight is just not necessary. One more thing. Something important that I just want to add about middle school. This isn't its own topic, but just like a little important fact. Be respectful to everybody, especially to teachers and adults. Please be respectful. Because obviously if someone's not respectful towards you, then, you know. But at first, always be respectful to people. Always be kind, especially adults. Like, I know there are a lot of situations where students do argue with their teachers, and I used to see that all the time back when I was in middle school, and I even see it now sometimes in high school. And if the teacher is disrespectful, or if the teacher does not respect you as a student, then, you know, but still, even then, like, still try to be respectful, and then that's when you get another adult to get in the situation. But especially if there's a really kind teacher or a really kind faculty member or just a really kind person in general, don't be rude. Like, I know teachers can sometimes annoy you or make you feel upset, but just don't be rude to them. You know what I mean? Like, at the end of the day, they're there too, and if they don't respect you as a student, then you need to tell your parent or guardian, and that can become a whole other situation. Well, in every circumstance, it's always right to treat everybody with respect, regardless of anything. You know what I mean? So yeah, I just wanted to bring that up before we continue in the video. I really hope that this video helped you guys with your upcoming middle school experience. If you're in middle school, I hope that this video helps you. If you left middle school, I hope that you can agree with a lot of the stuff that I am saying in this video. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Turn those post notifications on, and let me know what you liked about this video. Let me know what you want to see more of. So, yeah. Bye guys.
Hey, what we doing this? And I still say shoot my lips on your outdoors. When we make love, we on the top of the moon. Got